on that field today? Ask yourself this question.
What time is it? Game time! What time is it? Game time! What time is it? Game time! What time is it? Let's go! We ready! We ready! We ready! We ready! And don't do that! And don't do that!
When I step on the field, I send one message. And this is what it feels like. This is what it feels like. Football is getting hit. That's it.
It's gonna be football now. What time is it? Game time. What time is it? Game time. What time is it? Game time. What time is it? Let's hunt now. Let's hunt now. Let's go. Let's hunt. We ready? And don't do that. And don't do that.
We're talking about the Jets like we're talking about the Saints. You know, all this, how like we the Miami Heat of football. Yeah. The bottom line is you got to buckle up your chin strap. It's embarrassing. Yeah. Don't disrespect the game like that. There's too much crying from them. He's a man. They can be hit just like us. He's a man. You already make the big money. He's a man. Don't cry when you step on the field, man. That's war out there. When I step on the field, I send one message. This is what it feels like. Oh, my bad. Your bad don't work in my world.
What time is it? Game time. What time is it? Game time. What time is it? Game time. What time is it? Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. We ready? And don't do that. And don't do that. It's a wrap. Game over.
Now, this game is not over. It's just getting started right here on the lunch break, powered by JM&E, streaming live on ROKU TV, courtesy of BS3 TV. I'm sitting back Cadillacing. It's Talk Your Team Tuesday, and man, I tell you what, it's some teams. If I were their fans, I would be talking mad cash trash. I mean that sincerely, and none bigger than the Dallas Cowboys. How about them Cowboys? We still them boys. I'm not saying we as in me. I'm saying they still them boys. So can't be mad. And then at the end of the show, I got to deal with somebody who put their mouth on Jalen Hurts. I know Willie's rolling his eyes, about to pull a groin muscle that I'm about to get on this dude. But man, this cat, I mean, folks just be out here saying any old kind of thing and trying to make it sound intelligent. And some of us got receipts on who these people are. So, yeah, I'm going to talk about that too. But let's get right to it, man. Let's quit fooling around with it. Let's talk about the Monday night games last night. There were two of them. And how in the world did 2 4-8 teams come in these games and win both of them? Isn't that what happened? Tennessee came in 4-8. They beat the vaunted Miami Dolphins offense, and I gotta give some love to the quarterback, Will Levis. He did his thing. What was it? 327, a touchdown in the win. He found a way. It don't have to be pretty. You just got to be on the dub side and not the L side. And that's what he did last night. Tua Tagovailoa did not throw a touchdown pass last night. It just felt like Miami was going to dominate the game until the second half. Until the second quarter. Third quarter, it was about even Steven. Fourth quarter, the Dolphins allowed the Titans to put up 15 and hold on and grab the win. So what can you say? Tennessee still trying to make some noise. They're 5-8 after last night's game. And then just when you thought the Green Bay Packers were going to turn the corner and get it done, Mr. DeVito, I don't want to do the thing that they do. I don't feel qualified to do it. I feel like it shouldn't be done. I'm not trying to be politically correct or anything like that. I just feel funny about it. But anyway, Mr. DeVito did it again, led the Giants to a win over a Green Bay Packer team that has playoff aspirations and saw Detroit lose and could have made some noise, but they ended up losing 24-22. And I don't know who in the Lunch Break Weekly Keeping Up with the Joneses Pick'em Challenge had the Titans over the Dolphins, number one, but then had the Giants over the Packers. At least the Giants were at home. Miami was at home and lost. Come on, Dolphin fans. Y'all can't tolerate that. You cannot tolerate losing at home to a 4-8 team. You just can't tolerate that. So that's what we saw last night. Again, Tennessee over the Dolphins, 28-27. New York Giants over the Green Bay Packers, 24-22. Big shout out to Willie Gibson for sending me the clip from Eddie Murphy in the Coming to America great, should be Hall of Fame film, when Eddie said, "Did you see the American football game last night?" Talking about the Green Bay Packers winning a game over the look, I done messed it up already. Green Bay winning a game, or excuse me, the Giants winning a game over Green Bay thanks to a field goal. Eddie is a genius. Eddie's one of my favorite actors of all time. So, yeah, I'm giving him credit for that. Big shout out to Donna Coleman-Holman. What's up, sis? Thank you for your service. Donna talking her stuff. We them boys. Keith Hennick, you talking your stuff today. Your team picked out a win. Hey, AJ and Donna. Hey, Keith, your team got a win. All right. I'm giving love to some teams that ain't got much love all season long. Let me take a break. I'm coming back. I'm talking Cincinnati when I come back right after this on the Lunch Break, powered by JM&E, streaming live on Roku TV, courtesy of BS3 TV.
There's a 100% chance of a laugh thunderstorm. Four men with different viewpoints take a movie, show, or documentary and review it uncensored, unfiltered, uncompromised, with no holds barred. Join BS3, Wilkes, King Doc, and H-Rap B as they take on Hollywood their own way. BS3 Network proudly presents The Forecast, where H-Rap B always predicts,
"If I owe you something, I ain't got it. And if you need it, get it from God."
Live every Monday at 8:30 p.m. Central. Check your local listings for your viewing and listening pleasure.
Hi, I'm Laura Williams, coming to you from Bayway Cadillac of the Woodlands. Here we've got tons of inventory here at Bayway Cadillac of the Woodlands, ranging from XT4s to XT6 and from CT4 to CT6. We've got tons of certified pre-owned inventory here. Come see us here at Bayway Cadillac of the Woodlands. You can contact Laura Williams at 281-224-3666.
This is a BS3 Network presentation. Politics.
They'll write the law, but they'll enforce it differently. Is that going to apply both ways?
Religion.
God never said that we can't reason together. Matter of fact, he said, let us sit and reason together.
Relationship.
I believe that everybody wants and needs somebody.
From a man's perspective.
They say, girls, if I put some polish on that and get him to buy some different clothes, girl, he could be a winner chicken dinner.
Join the thought engineer.
There's nothing wrong with me developing my piece and you developing your piece, but understand the goal is to come together.
And comedian John Yogi.
Negro, I don't need you putting on no chapstick up there in the pulpit. You do that over there in your chair.
Get ready for
Talk Monday. Woo!
Live every Monday at 7 p.m. Central.
My name is James Jr., and I won $500 on the lunch break for keeping up with the Joneses Bracket Challenge.
All right, y'all. We back here on the Lunch Break, powered by JM&E, streaming live on Roku TV, courtesy of BS3 TV. I'm Cadillac and with you on Talk Your Team Tuesday, and I'm just letting teams talk, man. I'm letting fan bases talk today because they earned that junk after this weekend. Big Time Floyd said, hello, AJ and the Breakers. How about them boys? They destroyed the Eagles. Very convincing win by 20 points. Bills are next. Team on a mission. Where is Stephen A? He ain't have much to say other than keep that same energy. That's what he said. Keep that same energy. Cowboys talking mad cash trash right now, as they should. As they should. Keith Hennig said, Cowboys are very good. Sadly, they won't beat the 49ers. Oh, look at that. They're not even letting other fan bases talk that trash. Well, let me get to a fan base that needs to talk some trash. The Cincinnati Bengals quarterback went down, Joe Burrow, for the season. Some dude named Jake, I make brownies, is their quarterback. And I got to be honest, I don't know what has happened to this dude over the last couple of weeks, but he's balling. Jake Browning is balling. And all he did was go out there and beat a team that was riding in on a 4-game win streak and beat them by 20. If we were playing dominoes, you slap that thing down and say, twank it. Cincinnati Bengals are tied with several teams at 7-6. If the playoffs started today, in the AFC North, you would have the Ravens as the number 1 seed. You would have the Cleveland Browns as the number 5 seed. You would have, yes, y'all hate to give the head coach any credit whatsoever. Never had a losing season. Best, most winningest head coach, black head coach in NFL history. Mike Tomlin and the Pittsburgh Steelers would be number 6. And at number 7 right now would be the team that the Bengals beat, the Colts. But right behind them, the Texans at 7-6, the Broncos at 7-6, the Bengals at 7-6, and I hate to say it, the Bills are back in contention at 7-6. You got an opportunity for one conference to have every single team in the playoffs. You have one conference that owns every single wild card spot and the number 1 seed. I'm telling you right now, the AFC North is the best conference in football. And the Cincinnati Bengals refuse to stay down. They're like the Undertaker. Every time you put him down, he sits back up. So congratulations, Cincinnati, on a big win. Now let's go ahead and get to the obvious elephant in the room. The Texans played their worst game of the season against a team that was riding a 5-game losing streak. And the Texans got manhandled, dog-walked, embarrassed, 30-6. 135 total yards. 135. You had receivers that had more than that last week. 135 total yards. And they lost quarterback C.J. Stroud to a concussion because the god-doggone offensive line could not protect him. When they protect him, they win. When they don't, they lose. And now they lost their quarterback. And I'm like D'Amico Ryans. I ain't rushing him back. That's the future, man. That young man's health matters. They ain't rushing him back. He might not play when they take on Tennessee this Sunday. But hey, let me give some love to the Jets. I don't like y'all. I don't like your quarterback, Zach Wilson, but he showed some, those things. He showed some because he came in there and he did his thing. He silenced the noise and all the haters and all the doubters, and he beat one of the hottest teams. You know, the Texans are one of the hottest teams in the league right now. And he shut them up 30-6. They couldn't even get in the end zone. So congratulations, Jets. Texans, got to be better. Got to be better. All right, so those are 2 I had to get out. All right, the Saints won. Derek Carr, I'm not impressed. Dennis Allen, I'm not impressed. Offensive coordinator for the Saints, I'm not impressed. And I know it don't matter what I think, but I'm a lifelong Saints fan. I got 2 teams. My dad had me as a Cincinnati Bengal fan from birth. My grandparents, my aunts, uncles had me as a New Orleans Saints fan from birth. So I don't want to hear the, you got to pick a team. You got to pick a team. You got to shut up. There's no rules in fandom. Saints beat the Panthers, but I'm not impressed. They need to make major changes after this season. The Bears at home versus the first place Lions, and Justin Fields and them got the job done, and it was not a last-second field goal that flipped over the goalpost. It was not a pick six. It was not a, amazing play. It was 28-13. It was 28-13. Justin Fields throws for 223, a touchdown. Jared Goff, what was he doing? $161? $161. Yeah, big win for the Bears. Got to give them love. Got to give them love on that. All right, let's keep them going. Let's keep them going. I want to hit a couple of these before we shut it down. All right, Cleveland, again, without Deshaun Watson, Joe Flacco, the oldest dude in the world right now, Guinness Book of World Record, oldest dude in the world, led the Browns to a 31-27 win over Jacksonville. And I got to tell you, Jacksonville has rushed Trevor Lawrence back too soon. You could tell he was not 100%. That high ankle sprain is hurting, and I don't know if the young man is risking his health, but they lost to a Cleveland Browns team that just finds a way to win week after week after week. But let me just say this to the experts. If y'all don't stop with the Joe Flacco may be better than Deshaun Watson, just stop. Darn it, just stop. When can we just appreciate what one person does without comparing it to somebody else? Joe Flacco has different skill sets. Deshaun Watson has different skill sets. Deshaun Watson has not been healthy. Joe Flacco seems to be Benjamin Buttons. So let's just leave it alone. Let's just celebrate that Cleveland is still winning without Deshaun Watson. How about Baltimore? How about Baltimore? Before y'all keep telling me that he's a quarterback playing running back. I mean, a running back playing quarterback. How about the dude threw for 316, 3 touchdowns, and got his team in position to tie the game, and then led his team to a win by not trying to do too much. I'm talking about Lamar Jackson. What a amazing win on a punt return for a touchdown in overtime as the Ravens beat the Rams 37-31. They're 10-3 and the number 1 team in the AFC. Let that sink in for a minute. He got all that money. He's not worth it. That's not aging too well, is it? All right, let's keep them rolling. Tampa Bay beat their in-division rival, the Atlanta Falcons. Do the Buccaneers have an in-division rival? Keith Hennig, is there any kind of rival? The Saints and the Falcons is a rivalry. Who are the Buccaneers' rival? I don't think they have one. I don't think they're good enough for people to even care. Both teams are 6-7. Falcons still, I think, own the tiebreaker. Let me look and see. NFC South. No, the Buccaneers are in first place right now. Buccaneers, with that win, are in first place with an ugly 6-7 record. Baker Mayfield did enough to get the job done. Vikings beat the Raiders 3-0. I don't know what's happened to Josh Dobbs. I don't know if they're expecting him to do too much. I don't know if they've changed some things. I don't know what happened to Josh Dobbs, but 3-0. Good Lord. They should not have televised any of that. All right. 49ers over the Seahawks 28-16. They had to come from behind to do that. I will say that the melee between Metcalf and Warner, I see it differently than everybody else saw. I saw Warner go to the back of the head of Metcalf, and I saw Metcalf respond. So, again, you got a bunch of dudes out there saying just anything about Metcalf, even on the call, about Metcalf being a hothead and all this kind of stuff. Listen, before you speak with your educated self making a whole lot of money, you ought to look at all the details. Y'all have too many angles to be looking at the details to misspeak and characterize a guy for something that he's not. DK Metcalf was not wrong for the way he responded in that situation. My 2 cents for what it's worth on my show. All right, let me take a break, and then I want to talk about Kansas City. I want to take a break. I'll talk about Kansas City, and we'll go from there. Right here on the lunch break, powered by JM&E, streaming live on Roku TV, courtesy of BS3 TV. All right, real quick, let me get a couple of these in real quick. At least Flacco is only costing the Browns minimum wage. You might be right, because they keep moving him down to the practice squad. The Buccaneers have a rival, every team in the NFL. Okay. Big Time Floyd. Does Flacco qualify for Medicare Advantage? He's got what's that? Part B, Part D. What's the part that gives you the prescriptions? That's what he needs right there, and the vision. He needs some vision and dental. All right. He's done. Okay. All right, guys. We'll be right back right after this on the lunch break, powered by JM&E, streaming live on Roku TV, courtesy of BS3 TV.
What do you get when you watch or listen to the Life Happens podcast? Well, I'll let them tell you.
Kim and I are both ministers of the gospel, and Life Happens podcast is a beautiful balance by simply taking our spirituality with real life and merging it together to create a beautiful balance. And that's what we do.
BS3 Network proudly presents Life Happens podcast, where Christianity and life intersect. Live every Wednesday at 7 p.m. Central.
Hi, I'm Laura Williams coming to you from Bayway Cadillac of the Woodlands. Here we've got tons of inventory here at Bayway Cadillac of the Woodlands, ranging from XT4s to XT6 and from CT4 to CT6. We've got tons of certified pre-owned inventory here. Come see us here at Bayway Cadillac of the Woodlands. You can contact Laura Williams at 281-224-3666.
Of course, Steph Curry, Tim Anderson, Jordan Alvarez, and it's caught. Debo Samuel with the catch.
Michael Jordan can sense it.
The throw just got the king.
BS3 Network.
The hottest of hot takes. The coldest of cold hard facts. This is Snowman in the Morning with Cole Johnson. Weekdays at 8 a.m. Eastern. Check your local listings for your viewing and listening pleasure.
My name is JM&E, and I won $500 on the lunch break for keeping up with the Jonas Bracket Challenge.
Y'all, we're back here in the lunch break, powered by JM&E, streaming live on Roku TV, courtesy of BS3 TV. It's Talk Your Team Tuesday, and I love it. I love it when folks get to talking that stuff. All right, let me get to this, man. Let me get to this. Kansas City's got some problems, man. Kansas City's got some problems. I know that Patrick Mahomes went off at the end of the game about the call for the wide receiver being offsides. I know Andy Reid got a little crunk. And then both of them have since walked their comments back. That to me is a sign of a team that's frustrated. You back up a half inch, you put yourself in a better position to win the game because there's no guarantee that the Bills wouldn't have gone down and scored. Don't know that. Don't know if they would have wouldn't. Don't know if Kansas City would have hit the extra point. A lot of things we don't know, but they would have put themselves in a position to win the game. I feel like Mahomes and Reed and those guys need to look at themselves. You got wide receivers that are dropping a lot of balls. You got people that are making mistakes that are really bonehead mistakes. You got to pay attention to the details. I played wide receiver, not on the NFL level, played my freshman year of college, got in one game my whole entire life. And even on my level, we were taught you look down the line, you check in with the referee. He'll give you some signal that you're good. The good ones will do that, and then they'll give you that. But you got to check in. And another angle has shown that the wide receiver did not check in with the official to make sure he was lined up properly. You got to do those things. You looking down the line at the ball. You make sure your big fat foot is not over the line with the ball. Back up. Half step. No problem. Can't be mad at anybody but yourselves for that. And then folks who don't want to talk about Eric Bieniemy Maybe Eric Bieniemy did not call all of the plays in Kansas City, but doggone it, the ones that he did call had them scoring more than 17 points per game. And you can say Buffalo defense all you want. They found a way to win with the combination of Eric Bieniemy and Andy Reid. I don't see the creativity. I don't see the consistency. I don't see the attention to detail out of this Kansas City team that I've seen in previous years. I'm not blaming that all on Andy Reid. Like I said, I see a team that, on Andy Reid and Eric Bieniemy. I'm saying I see a team that's frustrated, and they got to figure it out. The Bills, man, I feel like they are underperforming. They may pull this season out, and McDermott may, end up looking like he was right the whole time. But I will tell you right now, there's no way in the world this team should be 7-6. No way in the world. They should be dominating like San Francisco. They should be dominating like Dallas. They should be dominating like Philly was prior to this recent stretch. And they're not. They're fighting. They're scrapping to get into the playoffs. And that to me is called underperformance. All right. What else do we got to talk about? Broncos got back in the win column. They beat the Chargers. When are we going to have an honest conversation about the underperformance of the Chargers? When are we going to have an honest conversation about how the head coach of the LA Chargers is wasting the best part of Justin Herbert's career? When are we going to have those discussions? I know he got hurt. I know all of that, but you are literally telling me that this team is not better than this? I'm sorry. I'm not rooting for a person's firing. All I'm saying is this doesn't look good. All right, Cowboy fans, let's talk about it. Y'all dominated on every facet of the game. The Eagles look real shook right now, but these two teams may meet again. So DeMarcus Lawrence, all that, we hit him in the mouth, and we hit him again, and we hit him again, and we hit him again, and we hit him again. First of all, y'all wasn't saying that against the 49ers. You got all in your feelings. We'll see y'all again. Well, you just saw them for, 60 minutes on the field. Well, you're talking about you'll see them again. And you might have to see these Eagles again. Don't write a check that you're behind can't cash. Dak is playing on an MVP level. The team looks good. The defense is balling. But guess what? We have seen this Dallas team not do that. Dallas fans, talk your stuff, but get your mans. Get your mans. All right, and the Patriots beat the Steelers, of course, on Thursday Night Football. That's why they play the games. All right, real quick. Let me jump over to this clip that I have. And then I gotta, let's see, Big Tom Floyd. Cowboys by 7 over the Bills. Yes, even in frigid Buffalo. I'm not mad at you. You actually might be right. Brandon Staley is a high school coach. He's gone next season. Keith, it should be. So it's been said, so it's been written. This is the way. All right, when is McCarthy going to activate Martavius Bryant? Time to cut Gallup. Ex-Steeler could be X factor in the Cowboys passing, creating more touchdowns. Yeah, y'all can be pretty deadly if y'all do it right. Keith Hennick, when you're paying Mahomes, Kelsey, and Jones, you can't buy quality players at other positions. Yeah, they got to figure it out. That's why you got general managers. They got to figure those cap issues out. All right, let me get to this real quick. I'm going to just play the clip, and I'm going to say what I got to say from there. All right, here we go.
I think the only way that they get there, to Rob's point, is Jalen is 100%, and he is that dynamic weapon in the run game, because that creates your offense on the outside and your one-on-ones. Clearly, Jalen isn't comfortable reading through a defense in a drop-back pass scenario. Some would say he's not even good at it. And I think
I had to stop it. There's a point where David Carr went on to say that Marcus Mariota gives the Eagles a better chance to win right now than Jalen Hurts. He even goes on to say that Marcus may be the better quarterback right now. So I get that David Carr, former NFL player, did he get a ring up in New York with the Giants? Did he get a ring there? I don't remember. What I do remember is that his sorry butt was the number one pick in the 2002 draft for the Houston Texans. I know this because I had personal seat licenses where I had tickets to every single game. And I saw him play in every single game. Shortly after that, 2005, I started covering the team as a sports broadcast journalist. So when I tell you I've seen every single game this dude has played at quarterback for the Houston Texans before he went off to wherever he went. I think he went to the Giants. Did he have some time in Atlanta? I don't know. Long story short, this dude couldn't read a defense if they sounded out the syllables for him. He could not read a defense if he had audible books. This dude could not read a defense if somebody else read it for him. And he's got the nerve to call a dude who's won on every single level. High school, Jalen Hurts has won at Channelview High School. College, Jalen Hurts won at Alabama. College, Jalen Hurts won at Oklahoma. Pros, Jalen Hurts led his team all the way to the Super Bowl and was one freaking play away from leading his team. Okay, Donna Coleman-Holman said yes, he got a chip up there with the Giants. He got a chip by being on the team. He didn't lead his team to nothing. And he got the nerve to talk about this man's ability to read defenses. You need to keep that in the family, dog. You couldn't read a defense, God dog it with hooked on phonics. You couldn't read a defense with reading is fundamental. You couldn't read a defense. Your brother can't read a defense. But you got the nerve to get in this man's bag? Listen, bro, let me just tell you something real quick. Jalen Hurts is from down here. You played down here. There's a difference. You's a visitor. That's family. And you're not going to talk about family like that, bro. I promise you, I will risk my career. Come to the airport and talk that noise, bro. I will run up on you. I'm not going to hit you. I'm just going to let you know we remember you. You sucked as a Texan. And now all of a sudden you're an expert at calling the game? Yeah, they're going to have to back me up off you. I'm not going to hit you. Bro, I'm too old for that. I don't fight, I litigate. But I will remind you, we know who you are. We remember who you are. Baby, listen, you old trash. You ain't even new trash. Yeah, man, alone. Mind your business. That shade of hate don't look good on you. As always, let's not be divided. Let's be united. I love you. Ain't nothing you can do about it. So tune in tomorrow for Winning Wednesday. We'll let you know who won. The $50 this week and who is in line to win $500 cash. All right, y'all tune in. Don't miss it. We'll talk to you then.
Mr. AJ, oh my God. Thank you. This is Miss Pearl, and I won $500 cash in the Lunch Break Weekly Keeping Up with the Joneses Pick'em Challenge. Mr. AJ, thank you.
It's Sybil Wilkes with what you need to know. Today, it's Tuesday, December 12th, 2023. Number 1, the second part of the trial of the former Trump lawyer Rudy Giuliani began in Washington, D.C. Monday. The 79-year-old Giuliani was found guilty of accusing 2 black election workers of ballot tampering in the 2020 presidential election in Georgia. The current jury is charged with determining how much the former New York City mayor will be ordered to pay Ms. Ruby Freeman and her daughter Wandrea Shea Moss. Number 2, the United States exercised its veto power at the United Nations Security Council Friday, blocking a resolution calling for an immediate ceasefire in the ongoing Israel-Hamas conflict. The resolution, supported by Arab states, saw 13 votes in favor, with the U.S. casting the lone dissenting vote and the United Kingdom abstaining. U.S. Deputy Representative to the UN Robert Wood defended the decision, stating that the resolution was hastily introduced and overlooked diplomatic efforts by the U.S. to increase humanitarian aid to Gaza and secure the release of hostages held since the October 7th attack by Hamas militants on Israel. Number 3, an estimated 6 million children in the United States have food allergies, 40% of them with more than one. Though limited research has been done on race and class breakdowns, recent studies show that poor children and some groups of minority children not only have a higher incidence of food allergies than white kids, but their families also have more difficulty accessing appropriate child care, safe food, medical care, and life-saving medicine like epinephrine for them. Black children are 7% more likely to have food allergies than white children, according to the 2020 study by Dr. Rushi Gupta at Northwestern University's Feinberg School of Medicine. Number 4, a New Jersey-based law enforcement training company called Street Cop held a 6-day seminar in October 2021 with about 1,000 officers from around the country, and about 240 of them from New Jersey. The seminar is the subject of a report after it received over 100 discriminatory companies pointing out derogatory and discriminatory comments about race, sexual suggestions, and women. Street Cop founder and CEO Dennis Benigno said the report did not show his company advocating for anything inconsistent with quality producing. Isolated excerpts taken out of context from a week-long training are not reflections of the overall quality of the education that Street Cop provides. Number 5. The What You Need to Know newsletter discusses the tax reduction for paying cleaners to clean your home. You must have a qualifying home office deduction and employ a cleaner who maintains both your home and your home office. There are a couple of tax considerations to also keep in mind. Our celebrity CPA breaks down on how paying your cleaner affects your taxes. Here's your daily inspiration from Yogi's Jewels. Having a pure heart leads to genuine connections. Barbara Scotia College, an HBCU in Concord, North Carolina, needs our help. The What You Need to Know team is asking our supporters, alumni, and friends of Barbara Scotia to help them meet their immediate and pressing needs by donating to help Barbara Scotia rise. Please join the thousands of donors from around the world who are stepping up to save one of the nation's oldest HBCUs. Visit SybylWilkes.com for more information. I'm Sybil Wilkes. Be informed, be empowered.
Hi, I'm Laura Williams coming to you from Bayway Cadillac of the Woodlands. Here we've got tons of inventory here at Bayway Cadillac of the Woodlands, ranging from XT4s to XT6 and from CT4 to CT6. We've got tons of certified pre-owned inventory here. Come see us here at Bayway Cadillac of the Woodlands. You can contact Laura Williams at 281-224-3666.
BS3 Network. Changing the way you watch TV.